Oi up! So, it's a sunny fucking day. As you can probably decipher from the hue, the lack of shirt, and the sweat on man's brow. Fuck's sake, I'm getting some wrinkles in my brow. That's frowning too much, that. I've been up about, 2 days, 3 days. They're all bleeding into one, my friend. My dad rang me up this morning. I was going to go to bed, actually, because I was knackered. And he went, "Son, you can't go to sleep on a day like today. Get yourself out there in the flipping sunshine." And I thought, he makes sense. It's not going to be like this forever, especially not around here, you know what I mean, North England. It's not going to be sunny forever. And there's a lot of truth in what they say, you know. Sunlight is very, very good for you. Not only vitamin D3, that's just fucking surface level shit. I mean, vitamin D3 is good for your mood, it's good for your immune system and all that stuff, but there's a lot of goodness to be had from sunlight, you know. They reckon if you've got IBS or irritable, you know, whatever, any sort of gut issues, expose it to sunlight, even just 10 minutes a day, and it will reduce your symptoms massively. I'm not a doctor, believe it or not, but that's what I've heard. So I thought, yeah, he's right. I'm going to soak up some sun. And, you know, I'm the kind of guy, I like my own space, especially these days. I really, really like my own space. And look at this, for some space. You know what I mean? Fabulous, isn't it? Talk about space. I'm certainly not, what is it, agoraphobic? Is that the opposite of claustrophobic? I don't think I'm either, but I'm certainly not the other one. I like big spaces. Well, yeah. And here I am, just talking crap. Last week my fridge freezer broke. It's all going off like the freezer broke. But it's not something you ever really count on happening, is it? It's almost like the sun's going to come up tomorrow, the water's going to come out of the tap, the fridge is going to light up when I open the door. It's just one of those things we take for granted, I suppose. It was an old fridge. It used to be my mum's. So it's had a good run. It's probably about 12 years old or something. But yeah, it was knackered. So, to try and cut a long story short, I paid the council 20 odd quid to come and collect it because it had to go all the way down these stairs and it was a big bastard fridge and there's no way I could lift it. Have you seen this shit? There's no way that's getting a fridge down the stairs. Not the size of this fridge. So they took it out. I had to obviously order a new one because I need a fridge freezer. And this new one was in total about 275 quid. It arrived, they brought it upstairs, plugged it in, Bob's your uncle. I was happy. Went to sleep. Woke up the next day, opened my fridge, you know, all cocky and that, new fridge. There was no light. Not only was there no light, there was no cold. There was no cold in the fridge. There was no cold in the freezer. It was like, the whole thing was room temperature and there was no light. And I was like, fuck, hang on a minute. They've sold me a dud fridge. And then it occurred to me. Try charging your phone in the same socket that the fridge is supposed to be plugged into. So I did. And guess what happened? The phone didn't fucking charge. And then, do you know what I realised? There was fuck all wrong with the fridge I'd just paid to have taken away and disposed of. It was the socket. The socket was fucked. Which my landlord would have come and fixed for free. So basically I wasted 275 quid on a new fridge freezer, which I didn't need. Because it was the socket. shit like that. This is why you got to think. This is why you got to stay on your toes, ladies and gentlemen. Because if you just, get reactionary like me, you can make drastic errors. Like so. Fuck. So I've basically thrown away a perfectly good fridge freezer and paid for it. And then I had to pay for a brand new one. Although, I mean, the old one was probably about, 12 to 15 years old, so at least now I've got a brand new one, I'm at least, hopefully going to get 10 or 15 years out of it, so that's something to be, I must say, proud of. It's certainly not something to be proud of, but it's something to be, happy about, hopefully. Yeah, so that's the fridge freezer. So, it's not that funny, is it, really? As I was telling the story, I was sort of thinking, like, this isn't actually funny. This is just what I have to tell my mum on Thursday. Because she likes to know these things. Mums love to know all the ins and outs of, that kind of crap, don't they? I went to see my dad the other day. Fucking wasp. A couple of days ago. Oh, he's got some psycho neighbours. And when I say psycho neighbours, I'm talking serious. Fuck's sake. I mean, I can't name any names because there's still, stuff going on. No names, no addresses, anything like that. But let me think of some examples. My dad can't exactly walk anymore. So he's got one of these mobility scooters. One of those Michael Jackson Boss Selector scooters. And these fuckers upstairs in the flat put super glue in the ignition so he can't get around. Meanwhile, they're telling him who he can and can't have in and out the flat, and they're sort of basically tyrannising him. Tyrannising him. Is that a word? Yeah, it's not good. But this one guy upstairs, who's called, whatever he's called, he's got it into his head that every single person, basically, that comes round to the flat who he doesn't know is a Freemason. Now, look, if you know anything about me, I'm no fan of the Freemasons, alright? I know enough about the Freemasons to not be a fan of the Freemasons, believe me. But this fucking guy upstairs, he thinks the two neighbours next door are both Freemasons. So what did he do about that? He put a brick through each of the windows. And one of them, he slashed all 4 of his tyres. And I'm thinking, what's the end game with that? What, are they going to stop being Masons now because someone potted the window? That's not how that oath works. Best case scenario, you're going to get arrested. You're going to go to jail. And guess who's in jail? Guess who the prison officers are? Guess who the police are? Mostly Masons. And then you're going to go to trial. And guess who the judge is, motherfucker? A Mason! What a stupid thing to do. I'm just like, what is the end game? For one thing, I don't even think these people are Masons, by the way. Who he's like, destroying the property. I don't even think they are Masons. I mean, I don't know, but I don't think so. I've got no reason to believe so. He just thinks fucking everyone's a Mason. This guy's crazy. But like I say, what's the end game of potting a Mason's window? Oh, what, you're going to... A, he's going to think, well, you know what? That's it. I'm done being a Mason. That's not going to happen. Or B, you're going to get arrested by a bunch of Masons. You're going to tell them down the station why you did what you did. And it's all going to get worse from you from there on out. So, just... Oh my God. Oh my God, indeed. Just mind your own business. Turn to God. Live your own life. Try and walk the straight path. And just fucking leave demons to it, man.